how did you personally become a better and faster learner?
I became a very good, good learner when I was very young. It wasn't until I got much older that I would really say I became a really good learner, all right? I was raised in an environment where basically I felt like I was loved and respected if I was smart. And you also have to take it in perspective, and you having come from the South, also you will understand this. I grew up in a small rural town in South Georgia where football was king.
Yeah.
I was sort of a nerdy, fat little kid, all right? I mean, in the second grade, I was the only kid in my town that did not make Pop Warner football. Okay, you don't know what that means in a small Georgia town to be the only kid not on the football team. Well, I was devastated. But I figured out, wait a minute, all right, I'm going to win in the classroom, and so I trained myself to be the kid that everyone hated. I was always that kid in the front row when the teacher raised a question, and generally they were her, you know, I would raise my hand and push my hand back and forth before she was even finished, and she had to call on me because I wouldn't stop raising. My hand was going faster and faster, and I had to answer. So I developed, beginning in this really third grade, this ability to concentrate, memorize, and think quickly. And I became a thinking, quote, machine. And that took me all the way to Wall Street, all right? And was I a good critical thinker? No. Was I really innovative? No. Was I a good listener? No. Did I have good emotional intelligence? No. But I was fast, and I was, you know, a little bit like in the old Western days, I was the fastest gun in the saloon, okay? I mean, and most of the time I had the right answers, so I had some native thinking ability. So the transition from that to being really what I would call a good learner came through adversity and failures, in the sense of developing emotional intelligence, in the sense of, whoa, I need to quit interrupting people. I need to really listen. What does that mean? I need to be open-minded. I need to learn how to think critically and test what I believe against data and reality. I needed to learn how to decouple, separate my self-worth from my answers. Okay? I had to decouple my ego from what I believed, not my values, from what I believed. And I had to learn how to be very mindful or present in a non-judgmental manner. I had to quiet my ego, all right? I mean, I really had to bam that thing down and work on it, okay? And I'm still on that journey. And so I'm still a work in process.
And that's so interesting, because so many people think that if they're going to be successful in the business world, they need to pump up their ego, and they really need to project a lot of ego. So I love that counterintuitiveness.
Yeah, I think you need to have self-efficacy. You need to basically believe I can. That doesn't need to get to the point of arrogance or puffed ego. I've reached the stage where I believe that humility is the most basic fundamental attribute necessary to be a great learner and to be a lifelong learner. And so that's the exact opposite